Here's a tour round of the gardens on top of both the boats. So at the front of the main boat we've got some wild flowers, some wild seeds that we bought when Mum died, and we gave them to friends and family, and they're doing really well this year. We've then got this conifer. This was one of those little conifers that I bought for Christmas many years ago, that sat on the front of the boat, and it is really growing quite big now. Needs a bit of a trim down, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but that looks great. A friend of ours gave us some strawberry plants quite a long time ago now, and they were just in the one pot, and as strawberry plants do, they just grow and wherever they can get seeded. So we've got a few nice strawberries coming through. Our garden looks quite wild. Years ago we would have taken everything out and put new bedding in, but we really like this look, and also it doesn't cost as much. This is a curry plant that we've got here, and I forget that it's here, so I do need to grab some of those leaves and dry them. This is a tiny apple tree, something that Brian started off from an apple pip inside the boat many years ago, so he's been nurturing this for quite a long time, and I think it's going to be a few years yet before we see any apples from it. These baskets, a friend of ours gave them to us quite a few years ago now, and we filled them full of lavender, and a few of the lavenders have died off, so we've just put some bedding plants in between the gaps now. One of the things I like to do with lavender at the end of the season is to chop them back, as you need to do anyway, and then I chop them down, including the stems and the flowers, and put them in some olive oil, leave them in there for about 6 weeks, and you've got a lovely lavender olive oil for you to use. We are growing potatoes. We normally grow a couple of loads of potatoes. Oh no, that's not the right word. So we need to wait for these to flower, and there'll be about 3 layers in that bag, and then we'll plant some more for later on in the year. So we're at the front of the little boat now, so I've got a couple of conifers there, and then can you see the sweet pea just there? That was a pod, or a couple of pods, that I planted October time last year in that pot, and they have started sprouting over the winter. Luckily it wasn't too cold a winter, just damp, and they're just blooming beautiful. This is the garden on top of the little boat. So we've got a box here that Mr. Perks made, and one side is herbs, so these just keep coming back every year. So we've got the chives, we've got lemon thyme, we've got ordinary thyme. Actually, there's loads of thyme. There's an hour's worth of thyme. And then we've got some tomato plants here. I bought about 5 or 6. What I didn't realise was that last year, when some of the ones had died, Brian had just put them back into the soil, and we've got quite a few little baby ones, so hopefully we're going to have loads of tomatoes to make some chutney. So this is the back of the little boat now. I wanted a nice little garden area, so everything's starting to sprout. So just here we've got a miniature plum tree, which we only got last year. It was a gift for Brian from his mum, and that's starting to do really well. And we've got some grasses. Again, we wanted it looking quite wild. And then my sister bought me a rose called Mum in a Million, and that flowers twice a year, and that's looking really good. There's some new buds on there. Got some dahlias. Something's been eating those, so I don't know what's the crack is with that. I'm not sure what this succulent is here. I'm not very good with plants. And that's it. That's the tour around our little garden. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, please press the like and subscribe to my channel.